What is up, my good people? Hope everybody made it home from work safe and sound. You know who it is. It's your boy Marlo with my number one, my main man, my sidekick, Danny Brown on the other side.
What up, people?
You see who
How
it
y'all
is.
doing?
Okay, guys, check this out. So, apparently, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, it's a bill that's been coming up through Congress that really nobody knew about until now. And now it's out in the open. And of course, they're about to change the child support system as we know it. So, we got a very, very important video for you guys to take a look at. And of course, like always, me and Danny gonna give you our opinion about it on the other side. And guys, really pay attention to this video because I think there's a lot of things about the child support system that you might not have known. Even I didn't know. So check it out. You know we don't like to delay. With further ado, here we go.
About Elon going in, doing an overhaul of the child support system, making sure there's no fraud, waste, and abuse, which we know it is. Watch.
Really bad news. Health and Human Services has granted DOJ access to that child support database, overriding the objections that we talked about the other day. According to the Washington Post, the HHS granted DOJ access to the sensitive child support database with absolutely major amounts of sensitive income data, despite the objections of career employees. Now, this government database had been created to help enforce child support payments, and it was overseen by the Administration for Children and Families. And it contains substantial amounts of personal income data linked to nearly all United States workers. Now, on Friday, Democrats did demand that the Trump administration explain why DOJ was seeking access to this database, because there should have been no reason for them to access something that is supposed to be confidential.
It is March 8th, 2025, and Elon Musk and DOJ have gained access to a sensitive child support database. Career officials tried to stop it, but were unsuccessful. But the Department of Health and Human Services did say they only had read access to the Administration for Children and Families run Federal Parent Locator System, which contains sensitive information such as income and federal benefits for nearly every U.S. worker. Musk himself is a father of at least 14 children with at least 4 women, and has been embroiled in his own child support and custody cases. It was reported that he forced his child support and custody case to be heard in Texas, for instance, with Grimes, because Texas has a state-mandated maximum child support amount. So it is reported that Texas has a maximum allowable amount of $1,840 for one child, $2,300 for 2 children, $2,760 for 3 children, and so on. So clearly he's not paying very much to Grimes for the, I think, 3 children that they have together. But who knows what DOJ wants with this system. I guess it does have a ton of information in it. But, conflicts of interest all over the place for sure.
There is literally no reason why DOJ would need that. It is not government overspending. It is not government waste. These are court-ordered child support agreements that come through via, your payroll taxes or whatever. Absolutely no reason for it. People should really be caring about that. That is an absolute invasion. And it goes back to a couple weeks ago. They want to go after child support and even having to pay it. It is pretty clear that that's a goal of theirs, and also to go after no-fault divorce. And people really need to pay attention to the little things, and it's so hard, but there's no reason for them to have child support information.
All right, so you guys saw that. Yes, the liberal left does not like that Elon is going in with a fine-tooth comb and actually going in to look at the child support laws, the child support administrative files. I mean, everything involving child support. Basically, Human Health Services, RFK, has given them access to do so, and they do not like it because once he goes in, he's going to be able to find fraud, waste, and abuse. We already know that there's a lot of paternity fraud. We already know that states are incentivized to actually put fathers on child support. There's a transference of wealth, and the states get money, kickbacks. Yes, this is all a scheme with the federal government. And Elon and Doge are going to go in and take it all out. But I want you guys to see what Title IV actually is. And then I want you also to learn about how the Supreme Court has already ruled it unconstitutional. Watch.
Law called Blessing versus Freestone, where these 5 women from Arizona, their children were on, receiving public assistance. Okay. Child support went after the alleged fathers. They collected all this money. They added all this interest. 10% compounded interest every year on every dollar. Every dollar does a 10% compounded interest added on to the money. So now the interest supersedes the principal. The interest goes to the state. So in that, these 5 women said, well, we only getting this amount of money. Y'all have collected all of this. So they sued child support. Wow. That's our money, child support said. They threw the flag on the play. Flag on the play. What do you mean that's your money? Objection. Right. In order for them to keep the money, they told on themselves. They said child support was never intended to benefit the custodial parent nor the child. It was intended to benefit the state.
All right, he's absolutely correct. The court case that he's talking about, the women, yes, sued the courts. They sued the state and child support and said, you guys are getting all this money, and this is our money. These are from our, child's fathers. Why are you keeping this money? And the state had to tell them that, ma'am, no, ma'am, this money is ours. In the paperwork, it literally says that child support is not for the children. Child support is for the state. And the states are incentivized. And this next video will talk about just that.
So family courts, unlike normal, like civil courts or criminal courts, there's almost no appellate options out of a family court. So the judges operate with no oversight and just do whatever they want. And third, and this is the big one, there are massive federal programs that were instituted in the late 1970s that pay states trillions of dollars to tear families apart. So it's so innocuous when I tell you, like, this is a great program, but like in Texas, we get 66 cents on the dollar put into the Texas Treasury for every dollar of child support that's paid, right? So the state is now highly incentivized to issue the max amount of child support. That's why almost all divorces got 50-50 prior to the 1980s. And there was a skyrocketing of divorces where one parent loses custody. And that was to maximize Title IV-D reimbursements to the states. In Texas, it's $500 million to the Texas budget.
If the state is profiting off of child support?
Correct. And in most states, the Judicial Retirement Fund is funded from this money. So the more child support that's issued from the family courts, the larger the judicial retirement. It's a massive program. It's the size of the largest defense programs. So the incentives are absolutely huge.
To get people to pay child support?
Correct.
And even married people, to get them to break up and then have to pay each other child support?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I was talking to Danny earlier about this, and Danny already knew all this stuff was going on with child support. He had to help me to it. I didn't know a lot of stuff about this, about child support. But ladies, gentlemen, child support is one big scheme. You understand? Should we have a system that makes the father have to help the mother? Absolutely we do. Absolutely we do. But the trick here is the money's not going to the child or the mother. The states are making all the money. And then they give government recipients the food stamps and welfare checks and stuff like that. So the woman can absolutely make the man go on child support. It's a big racket. You understand what I'm saying? It's a big racket. I'm talking about a billion and billions of dollars rackets. But Elon Musk, even though his motives may be suspect in what he's doing, because he got 14 kids. Let me tell you what he did. Let me tell you what Elon Musk did. Elon Musk had his child support moved to Texas, out of whichever state that the mother was living in, because Texas has some of the most lenient child support payments and laws in the country. So
they have a cap.
They have a cap. So Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, for 3 kids, is paying something like $3,700 a month for 3 kids. Is that fair? Hell no, it ain't fair.
Got 14.
But guess what else ain't fair? What the system is doing to people about this child support. What the system is doing to a lot of men on child support. Sending men to jail for money that the mother is not even getting, guys. Ladies, you have to agree with this. That's not right. Well, they're making the states richer, and the mother is only getting a certain percentage of the money. You understand? This is crazy. So Elon Musk and Donald Trump, no matter what his motives is or whatever, they're about to put an end to child support as we know it. We didn't even know that they had all the information from the child support database. They've been having it, been working on this under the covers, but now it's out. So child support is finna get changed as we know it, ladies and gentlemen. Some may like it. I'm sure a lot of men gonna like it. I'm sure a lot of women ain't gonna like it. But you got women that's paying child support too. They're certainly gonna like it. And then the recipient of the child support, they ain't gonna like it. But it's not right. This is a $1 billion scheme that the child support system was doing to us. You understand?
Let me break this down a little bit.
Come on, break it down for us, Danny Brown.
But everybody can understand it. So you start your child support and you go into court, and before the court case is even over and everything, and before it's over, the man is going to already start paying. So he's going to pay, and the Child Support Bureau is going to drag it out. They at least drag it out for a month, a minimum of a month. So then, each time you're paying, and this is what billions of men are doing. Each time you're paying into a pot. That pot has money still sitting there, and then they pay out after they've gained interest off of what you've paid. So all the states are getting, a good 10% of interest off of what you pay. Then the money goes to the mother. And let's say, for instance, the mother makes a mistake, or say, for instance, she doesn't, the Child Support Bureau decides they want to raise how much the man is paying. The woman didn't do it, but they want to raise it, and then they'll let the woman know. But if the woman don't ask, they ain't gonna say nothing. That's just more money that the state pockets. So that's the racketeering scheme they got going on. Big thing with Doge and Elon Musk. I have a big issue with him doing it because a man with 14 kids who's paying child support is now overseeing child support. Big conflict of interest right there, but it is something that needs to be overhauled. It's been needed to be overhauled for years because this racketeering scheme, and I'm just going off of one part. Think about how many times that the man gets put on child support, and this is the thing: the man gets put on child support, find out the baby ain't his, he's still paying child support. The mother ain't getting that child support anymore. Sometimes she do, sometimes she don't. Either way, the state's getting it. So they're still collecting money. So that pot is going to always stay big. Mm-hmm. It's going to always have this max amount of money that's going to keep on drawing interest, and they just keep paying out. It's just like rotating your bills on your credit card. You go get a bill and you're trying to improve your credit or whatever. You go pay a bill, and then a couple of weeks later, you got the money, you pay it off, and you're trying to gain points or whatever on something. It's just a constant rolling door with money, a pool of money that's there, and that pool of money is just going to keep on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it doesn't matter if all of a sudden the man goes to jail. They'll come back and get his stuff in arrears. Mm-hmm. They'll get him as soon as he gets out and go get a job. And even if the kid's 18, it ain't like the state needs that money, and the kid's not going to get the money. They're just going to pull it for the state, and that's the big scam. That's just horrible. Luckily, my first wife caught on to this when we got divorced, and I was on child support, but she never raised it. And the reason being, she was like, "Hey, we made an agreement, and our agreement was I raised it and paid it directly to her, so that the child support only get a little bit out of us, but she's getting the rest of the money." That's the whole reason why I say to a lot of people, man, if you can stay out of court, stay out of court, because all you're gonna do is just go. All you're doing is just feeding the state. You're feeding everybody else, and your kids not getting anything. Now, the downside in that racketeering that the women are doing, and like that, there was, I saw it wasn't on this video, I saw it on another one, but this woman is just running around and she's like, all happy. She's like, who cares if my kids are taken care of? Who cares if I go and splurge a little bit with my child support money, get my nails done, get my hair done, a mani-pedi, go on vacation. Honey, and Steve Harvey came in, shook the camera, and said, "Stop it, stupid." And it's like, honey, you are what makes it worse for the women that are really trying to do what they got to do, and they're trying to survive. There's women out here struggling, putting the man on child support, and they're barely squeaking by. Mm-hmm. While you got these lushes out here, getting all kinds of money that they don't need and pushing to get more and more and more for nothing. They're just having kids just so they can get a check, so they can go on vacation and they don't have to work. That's all they're doing, and their kids not being taken care of. That's the scheme, and the other fraudulent things. I mean, it's shameful.
Yeah. Well, listen, we try to keep it fair and balanced on our show, guys. Let me say something to ladies out there. It's a lot, like Danny just said. There's so many women out there who are doing the right thing with their child support, taking care of their kids. I know some. A lot of y'all are out there doing the right things. But ladies, if we keep it honest and keep it real, there's a whole lot of y'all out there who's not doing the right thing with those child support checks. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Don't get mad at us for the truth. That's why you look at us. That's why you look at this station. Because we're going to bring it to you. We're going to bring you the facts. We're going to tell you how we feel about it. We don't lean towards one side, man nor woman. If a man is wrong about something, we're going to call him out. If a woman is wrong about something, we're going to call her out too. But a lot of you women know other women who absolutely is spending that child support money on their self. In the clubs. Nails, hair, whatever. And a little bit of that is going to the kids.
BBLs.
Man, come on. So listen, this cuts both ways, guys. So what Elon Musk and Donald Trump are doing now, the child support system absolutely needs to be revamped. Absolutely needs to be.
Definitely needs overhaul. I second that.
We are not saying that a woman without the father should not get help for her kids. We are not saying that whatsoever. But what we are saying is that the child support system is so unfair and so messed up right now that you might not like Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I don't like them at all. But on this subject, I gotta agree with him, y'all. I gotta agree with him. Danny?
Same, man. I mean, again, I think my whole issue with Doge and with them calling out a lot of things that are fraud, waste, and abuse. Hey, I'm glad you're doing it, but the biggest thing is that, with Elon Musk being, the one that's supposedly in charge, it's a big conflict of interest, because each time I hear something that he is calling out fraud, waste, and abuse, all of a sudden he gets a bigger budget. That's where it's like, I'm a little leery about it. But getting on this child support, man, you're right, man. It needs to be overhauled. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous that, this was a scam, and this was something created. I don't know if it was during the Jim Crow days, if it was part of that, because I didn't read it read that far into it, or with somebody. The whole purpose of child support is to separate the family.
Yep.
You separate the family, you make the man work and make him work and work until you go to jail, and you keep making the woman feel like a victim. You only give her a little bit, and for those that figure out how to splurge and make the system work, well, you keep feeding them information where they want to go buy any and everything, and it's their right to go do this and do that. No, that extra money that's for child support is supposed to take care of your child. Woman, if you're going to be a single parent, get out there and work. You need to do your part. Why don't you take that little extra money and start working on that college fund? Don't go sit over here spending it on your hair, your nails. What is, you're collecting money from the father to give to the child. You're not collecting money from the father so you can go do your nails and do this. You can go get your boyfriend for that. Go get your own husband for that. Your baby's father is there to take care of your child. So save that money. If you got extra, if you're pulling some extra and you're budgeting right, save that money and let's build the kids a college fund. And if your kid gets a scholarship, save it for the grandchild. It's that simple. Be smart about it.
I agree with you 100%, Danny. So guys, there it is. So you guys get ready, because the child support system, like we said, is about to change as we know it. As you know it, as we know it, as I know it. It's about to change. So, hey, once again, me and Danny research a lot of stuff, so you guys don't have to. But we do need you to subscribe to the channel so you can come and get this information. We really need you to hit the notification bell also when you subscribe. So when we do come out with the videos, it'll just come directly to your telephone. So with that, guys, go do your own research on it. Like I said, we research stuff before we talk about it, but we also want you guys to go and research it on your own too, so you'll know what's going on. So with that, y'all, listen, everybody have a good day out there. Like I said in the beginning, hope everybody made it home safe from work. Until the next time, we love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.